Fumble through! Fumble through! Fumble through! Fumble through! Fumbling through, fumbling through. Fumbling through, fumbling through. Fumbling through!
Welcome, writers, wordsmiths, and readers of imaginary adventures, and welcome to Fumble Through!
Fumble Through!
A podcast that uses the skid of innocence to bind our player handbooks. Welcome back from what has been an extremely tense week here in the Fumble Factory, with the fate of the entire party hanging in the balance. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited to see how this resolves itself. I'm excited to kill you all. I'm excited that finally I get to win D&D, and that's I think at the end of the day we can all agree it's all about me and how happy that I am.
You're not welcome in my house.
We're not even playing D&D, it's Pathfinder.
Well, true. I win role playing. However, look, before we get back into the awesomeness of the game, Lindsay, our fairy godmother, would like to say a couple of words.
Welcome to Fumble Through Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram posts. Social media, it's great. You should. What the fuck does a fairy godmother sound like?
Don't know why you needed the list.
Hey.
But,
Yeah, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, lovely dears. Now, while I have the microphone, we do have a very lovely fan who has been, obviously haven't listened to our most recent episode because they were appalled at how badly you've rolled, Justin.
It's true.
And they have sent us a present. We'll send you a present. I wish that was us. They just sent you a present.
Oh,
This is from Kyle, so if it kills us tonight, that's his fault.
wow. Oh,
wow.
Holy
What is that?
Moses.
Whoa.
This is amazing. Nick's Smoke with Gold Titan Dice, 25 millimeter polyhedral set of 7. This is
What the
amazing.
hey?
Look at it.
Why are you making Justin roll better?
Yeah.
Just making me happy.
Of all the nights that he needs to roll better,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
I
Tell ya.
kind of feel like I should share this. This is really nice. Oh, look, it comes in a
It's like a little domino box.
wooden box.
Beautiful.
Look at the size of these
Holy
D20s.
Julie, let's have a look.
They are fantastic.
Ah, sucked in. I've held the
This is-
D20.
So
that's
they are
amazing.
amazing.
That's
Look at-
about like
Holy smokes, the whole thing is giant dice. Not only does Kyle help me
Gee.
roll better, but he also helps my really
so the
crap
D20
eyesight.
is like 2.5, 3 centimeters wide. It's like double the size of a normal D20.
Bigger one than me, no?
And dice too. Oh,
Oh.
just look at this box though. It's like a wooden embossed box that
You can't
It's
go
all
from bigger one than
carved.
me to look at this box though. Wow.
that is amazing. Kyle, that
It's
is
amazing they fit in the
Oh,
box,
they're
right?
there's
beautiful
amazing
dice, too.
gratitude here.
Look at that.
That is
writing
so
on the
beautiful. I'm going to
dice.
take a picture of these tonight, and
That is
we're
a
going to post them on our
spectacular
social
set of
media.
dice.
We definitely will.
I
That
thought
is
I'd seen them all.
beautiful.
I thought I'd seen them all now, but no, clearly not. What's the
That is
company called?
really nice.
I'm not
Nick's
touching it.
Dice.
I'm not touching it.
NYX. I've never seen the like of this.
Smoke with
Oh,
gold.
I'm
Nick's
actually
Dice.
genuinely
Like-
touched. Thank you very much, Kyle. That's
Now,
really
Kyle,
nice
if these
of
don't
you.
blow up when he rolls them, I'll be very disappointed.
Yeah. We're all amazed at your gratitude, Carl, but the
great.
three of us around the table staring at Justin are kind of like staring daggers at him.
If
knowing
they
that,
were Acme dice, I'd be going, yeah, no worries.
knowing that our fate hangs in the balance and he's just got these brand new giant dice
I
to
love
crush
it.
us with.
I love it. I've got this rule about I think the first roll though I'm going to do when we actually play. I don't think I'm going to do a
Test roll.
test roll just in
Oh, well,
case,
that won't
but
affect
I'm-
you or me then, Luke.
No, we're all right. No.
I'm excited to use these. That's
Aha,
excellent.
Here we go.
I think Luke's already ordering himself.
Yeah,
a
that's
set.
right. I'm on.
He's already on the internet. That's fantastic. Oh, thank you so much, Kyle. That's look. If anyone else wants to send us stuff, that felt really good.
What's weird is Justin's got gratitude, and I've never seen that
Yeah.
I'm
emotion on
very
his
happy.
body. Yeah, he's smiling and everything.
Yeah, no one's liked me enough to give me
There is
anything
kind of
before.
like cracks going up the mask of non-emotion that he normally wears, but
My mouth's doing this weird thing. I don't know what it is. It's turning upwards at the cheeks. Luke's got super dice envy.
Yeah. Shit.
They're very cool. All right. At the top of every episode, it has become a tradition to ask a question that gets us in the right geeky headspace. But thanks to Kyle, I think we're already in that headspace. If you have an idea for one of these questions or would just like to join in with the discussion, hit us up on social media or message us with your responses when we post them.
What are those questions called, Justin?
Well, this week's dicey question is what is your favorite geeky cosplay item or prop that you own?
I don't cosplay.
That's wrong. You have a geeky item or prop in this house. I'm looking throughout your house and I can see so many geeky items or props.
Okay, but not for cosplay. They're just for other kind of play.
oh God. All right. What's the favorite item? I guess it's probably something that's a replica or a life size or something that is a geek item that you just it's your favorite thing.
I've got one. I can kick it up straight away. We got my eldest son a General Grievous lightsaber when he was like 4 years old, and it lights up when you press the button, but the two ends come off. So there's a green side and a blue side. Now those swords, they extend in the dark. One of us can hide and one can walk through with their lightsaber on. And then if you see the other lightsaber turn on in the darkness and come towards your face from a little child, it is so much fun to play lightsaber fights in the dark with those things. Love it. And the boys and I play that game all the time. It's lovely.
I enjoy that it's you own. I got the kids this thing. No, really, they're for the kids. They're for the kids. They're not for me. What about you guys?
Okay, so I have a fair few weapons
Mm-hmm.
that I have on my walls. I got Long Claw and some swords from some animes and stuff. But my favorite by far, which is probably my most recent one, I got the last Disneyland visit. I got Indiana Jones hat.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's like, is it made of leather or is it like a plastic kind of?
Well, his isn't made of leather.
Well, is it like a real hat or
Yeah,
is
it's
it
a real
plastic?
hat. It's a real hat.
That's cool.
Yeah, real proper hat. It's nice.
I
Comfy.
thought it was a leather hat.
No, it's not leather.
I don't know what it's made of.
Is it more like a Nakubra kind of material?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
A suede.
Sweet. That's still leather.
Moleskin,
know.
I think it is.
I don't
But
Felt.
I can double check when I get home. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was a bit pricey, but it was good.
If you throw it against a Velcro wall, it sticks. It's fun.
Scott
See-
might have a few things.
See, the thing about priciness though, sometimes you don't remember the price. You remember the item. The item's worth more.
Actually,
to
my
you.
wife will be listening.
My wife-
Oh,
Sting. She bought me Sting for a wedding present.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
That's-
I forgot about that. Yeah, Sting is on our lounge room wall.
and he just sings to you when
Yeah.
the time every breath you take.
Yeah, that's it.
What about you, Luke?
oh, I'm sorry to say, it's actually a lightsaber as well. Well, I'm not sorry, but I am sorry at the same time that it's the same.
Well, I'm
same
now
thing.
thinking of other things that I've got that are
Yeah.
pretty cool too.
Yeah. So, some years ago, before I moved to Australia, a friend of mine bought me a life-size replica of Yoda's lightsaber,
Oh,
but like
Oh.
the full Force FX one. So it's the LED lit
Yeah.
and noise effects, and you know,
Yeah.
when you him, it makes all the clashing
Yeah.
noises and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely love that. Oh, I haven't brought it over here with me, unfortunately. It stays in the UK. The kids play with it when we go out there. I've got a great picture of Ava holding it when she's 2.
Oh,
and
that
she
sounds
looks like
brilliant.
a little Padawan. And
Yeah,
like
right.
the
With
whole
a
corridor
proper
is lit up with
size.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
yeah,
but-
that's very nice.
One of the best photos I did with Wilder was hold the tip of the lightsaber while he's reaching for it and take the photo before he actually grabs it so it looks like he's Force holding it in the air.
Oh, nice.
It's really cool.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nice.
What about you, big guy?
Look, I also have my Star Wars replicas, the helmets, the lightsabers, the Jedi cloak is actually very close to my heart. But my favorite thing was something I picked up as a I don't even think I was a teenager at the time.
Syphilis.
I was a young man.
What pop culture is that from?
Yeah.
Oh, Henry VIII.
Yeah. The madness of King George. No, when I was young, I went to what we call the Eka, the Royal Show, and I got a show bag. And inside this show bag, and I think I ended up buying 2 that year, I got a Freddy Krueger glove.
Oh, nice.
It's a full glove with plastic Freddy Krueger knives on it. And then that year, I also bought myself a mask that looked like it was all burnt up and a hat, but not a real hat. That's why I was asking, because it was a plastic hat with like stuff stuck to it and stuff. And
I remember that.
Yeah, I dressed up like Freddy Krueger a lot during that time. You know,
So, just to give a shout out to one of my friends, Barnes, back in the UK, because he's got loads of this sort of stuff, and I never really had the money to pour into it. But he did on one occasion buy a resin replica which he had to build and paint himself of an M41A pulse rifle
Nice.
from Aliens.
Yeah,
and
that's
it is
beautiful.
so gorgeous. Every time I go back to the UK, obviously I visit him, I have to get that out and have a little play with it.
Yeah, that's wicked. It is one of those things that when you start thinking about it,
Yeah.
you start going, actually, no, I've got this shield, or I've got this sword, or I've got the bow. Like I've got an orc bow from Lord of the Rings. You know, it's just a
Pretty cool.
weird thing that I've accrued over the years.
When I lived in the UK,
Mm.
we were going to go from London to Edinburgh and I worked in a school, we're taking the kids to the Edinburgh Festival for the school.
Nice.
Just before we're about to go, the other pandemic broke out, SARS broke out, and we didn't get to go. And I was heavily disappointed because we were working for a long, long time to get this stuff done. My wife, who is excellent,
My wife.
there we go, bought me the new Xbox, but bought me the R2D2
Is that
Xbox with the C3PO controller,
nice?
which is the one that's on display over there.
Mm.
And it was huge at the time. Like I didn't have a gaming system when I was in the UK. It was a gaming system. Like I loved it, and I still got it. It turns on. It plays R2D2's noise when it turns on.
That's cool.
It's really, really cool. So I look around the room and I go, yeah, I've got a fair bit of shit down here. And those of you that have seen some of the photos that we've taken in the room might be able to zoom in and check out some of that crap.
Yeah, I can tell you what my favorite things are in this room. Like I really like
we
your
need a whole episode to talk about that.
your giant 3-foot high Darth Vader.
His hand changes over if you want a fist or a
Now, my favorite thing in
Gross.
this
Pardon?
room now,
choking.
my favorite thing in the room is the fumble through thing behind us.
Yeah.
Oh, the embroidery.
That Gemma
embroidery.
made.
That's great.
Yeah, that's really nice. Thank you, Gemma.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want one for my walls.
A giant one, a giant tapestry.
Yeah, tapestry.
Yeah.
No, they just get stolen, ripped off through the roof.
Well, some people can't hold their tapestries. That's what I've heard. First, bright white explodes, then it fades to grey, and then dissipates into darkness. From here, it's hard to explain, but the darkness increases into something more tangible and terrifying. It seems to devour all that is bright, and it expands so that the feeling around you is both alien and uncomfortable. Flopsy, you find your consciousness coalescing into this place. You're both here and you're not. You're present, but you're distant. Somehow you're both in the past and in the future, as well as the now. You can't understand it, but you know it to be true. You feel rather than see the presence of beings around you scrutinizing you. And here you are, helpless, in a state of conscious unconsciousness, just there in the black.
Is this the one? The one who seeks the power and dominion of the black? Fa! Cannot be. He is weaker than a babe on a mountain in a storm. Why are we even bothering?
Tentacles of void black rise from the very floor beneath you as a second voice speaks.
Look closer. He wears the ring. That means he's a pawn of Beldrin. That one has found a way to return his influence to the world. It is more evidence his bonds grow weaker. The dark tapestry itself is rending, and with each step, the old ones are affected. But the artifact is now in the hand, and with it, a herald grows anew. Yet, this one and his friends are here, and now, in this place, in this time, on this world. That is no coincidence. Others are drawing together. The fragments of the dark tapestry calls them, and we still do not know what part Ralzaros has to play in this. The stolen fragment of the dark tapestry was drawn to his old fortress, but as yet, we have not gained access. The museum remains closed and warded from us. Our new herald grows in strength. With each death, his power increases. This one and his allies will not even survive this ambush. Their souls will not even be strong enough to be sacrificed to feed our cause. Why have you even brought me here? The ring! We must take it in this place, as well as in their reality. We must bend it to our will. You must take it.
Flopsy, you feel a tug on the ring before a heat surges from it, a radiant energy that expands and encompasses you, as if the entirety of reality ripples. The pressure on the ring releases as you hear a scream of the creature before it cuts off into a gurgle.
No, it can't be. Beldrin used us. I must warn the master. A signal. You shall die for this, you worm, and your soul shall be broken over and over for all eternity.
Darkness. Miles, you find yourself standing in an alley facing two skeletons, one of which suffers from your misfortune hex and one of them doesn't. From behind you, you feel a ripple of power surge from the body of Flopsy, and then from Reg moments before the mark where the ring had touched your own hand, wherever it is on your purse, on your back of your hand or something.
Yep.
It also ripples outward. Something has changed. Something has pushed forward, and you're not sure what that exactly is. Just make a perception check for me.
That's a 1.
Well, I'm just going to skip 3 paragraphs. Even on a 1, though, you can see that the skeletons that are in front of you kind of glow for an instant, just are highlighted so that they are, it's nothing more than just you being able to see them just for an instant as this wave crashes over them. Like, think about Daredevil, you know, when the pulse comes out and you just see them, they're highlighted. They couldn't hide. And you sense a movement from the rooftops above you, but that's all that you see with a perception of 1. And
That's
now,
a lot for a perception of 1. Well done.
yeah. And I guess
Actually, it'd be a 0 because Tippy's not with me.
He's around. No, right?
He's around somewhere.
around. He's got lights
Is he
on him.
with-
He's on the other side of the globe of
Is
darkness.
he within 30 feet?
And there. He probably would be within 30 feet of you at this point. And now we get to that moment that you've been waiting an entire week to resolve. Round 13. It's been 13 rounds of horror. Do we want to talk about 13 rounds?
No, I
and-
don't want to relive the fucking horror of 13 rounds of absolute shockingness. No, go on.
You don't want to go into it in detail. Do you know, I've replayed my moments of joy so many times. It's gotten me through a rough patch, which is this week of lockdown and COVID.
Well, I'll let you know you don't have any misfortune on you because I did 2 attacks and didn't cackle last round.
Oh, so Lindsay just doesn't want to do. Well, you know what? I'm going to use this new dice. We're going to see what happens.
Was it Kyle?
I'm not talking.
2.
Who really committed to this role playing?
I rolled a 2.
Yeah!
Thank you, Kyle.
Does a 4 hit?
Because I touched it. See?
No.
That's what it is.
I rolled a 3. I rolled a 6. That's 8.
Fine. I'm still good.
Okay. I'm beginning to think this dice may not roll above.
No,
a
I
10.
think it's perfect.
it's
It's attuned to you.
and that's a 7.
Let's have a go.
A 7 total.
A 7 total. No, I don't want you to roll this. Oh, all right.
Kyle, you freaking
I'm
legend.
passing the dice to.
18! Get fucked! There we go.
It's the power of Luke. What do you get when you roll it? You roll the d20.
This is going to be great. If it.
16.
Oh, go on. Go on, Brett.
I'm not touching that piece of shit.
Oh.
But on your side of the table, it seems to roll quite far. I'm gonna
Have another go. Have another go.
Okay, doing another one. 4.
Yes.
Another one. Oh, there we go. 17.
Too
Does
late.
a 17
Okay,
hit?
he's broken the
would,
curse.
yes.
Right,
Sorry.
we've got 1 round now,
It's too
Lindsay.
late.
Get it done before he kills you.
4 attacks.
Okay.
How many hit points do you want?
1. 1 HP. How far away am I
role
from
playing. I got a 1 role playing.
the wall?
You could get to the wall and get up the wall if that's what you're thinking about doing.
That
I
is
can
my
see it
plan.
in
We
your
got these
eyes.
magic boots.
Yep.
I would
Right.
like to withdraw,
Yep.
and if I can get out without any attacks of opportunity, activate the boots and run up the wall a bit.
Yes, you can. It'll put you, if you're doing a double move, it'll definitely put you about 30 foot up the wall.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, easy peasy.
Very clever, Lindsay. Very clever.
So, for those listeners and myself who haven't read the rules, can you withdraw and then do a double move?
A withdraw,
Withdraw
is a
is a
double,
double
move.
move.
That's right. There
Yep.
we go. That's exactly what I said. You can withdraw and it's a double move. That's
Yeah.
what I said,
Yeah.
right?
And
Right.
I believe the slippers of whatever they call this
Scampering.
of scampering are
Ah.
a free action. You can activate
scampy
them
slippers.
anytime.
The only thing
you
I
like.
got to double check is if it's half move while you're scampering.
So Miles has moved up the wall. The skeletons are mindless. They don't really think about the bows that are at their feet. So their one job is to get to the very bottom of the wall where they can't get to you, and they start trying to claw up the top of the wall. They don't think to pick up their bows and shoot at you.
I will drink the potion that's still in my hand. I gain 2 hit points back.
Oh, is that with the pluses for the potion? Remember, if it's a cure light, it's +1.
No, 3 points back.
Okay.
Okay, we're getting there.
And I will stay there.
Okay. This is round 15. The skeletons, they continue to try, and you can see them. They're trying to claw up the wall. They're trying to get to you. One of the skeletons looks around, and you can see it looking at the prone form of Reg, but really they're at you. You can see their attention is at the bottom, looking at maybe a fallen companion, but you don't know that they're that inclined to go after him.
I'm going to move down the wall and try and get, so I've got one of them within range diagonally.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's a bit hard to tell when you're vertical, but yeah, I'm wanting to try and go to the side, so I've only got one in range.
Okay. So you're gonna attempt to get into melee with it, or are you gonna range them with a sling or something?
Oh, I don't know. I don't have any ranged weapons. Let me just quickly check my spells.
Throw shit at it.
Throw Tippy.
Oh, here's a spell I've got prepared. I'm going to cast Long Arm on myself.
Ooh, nice.
Does that just work on arms?
Yes, it gives me reach.
It's a fantasy world, man.
I know, right? I'm still a halfling, for goodness sake.
Okay, so that gives you reach.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
So standard action cast.
yep, standard action cast, and then I'll again stay there. I'm
All right.
counting down my scamper rounds because
Okay.
I only get 10 rounds of this boot, and then I fall.
How long does the long arm last?
The arm,
Yeah.
it's like a minute.
It's round. Yeah.
Cool. So you're like winding up now. You're on the wall. You're just swinging this
Okay.
arm around.
Round 16, the skeletons, again, they continue to go up the wall. You can see them. They're trying to actually climb. I'm going to do a climb check for a
It's 4
skeleton.
minutes.
Never tried this before.
Oh, 2 minutes, sorry.
Guess what I just rolled with this awesome new dice? It just needed some warming up.
Which we did for him.
I rolled a natural 20. So one of the skeletons claws in and starts getting a handhold into the wall and starts climbing up.
I'd rather he roll a natural 20 on a climb check than a strike.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The second one, not so well. So the second one continues just to claw at the wall, but one of them seems to just find the cracks within the bricks and get between the cobbles and starts to climb the wall. So it's actually stuck to the wall, climbing up.
Hey, how far away is it?
It's probably only moved up about 5 foot from you.
So,
Sorry, up 5 foot from the ground.
so how
so
far
you-
am I up?
You could 5 foot step feasibly right now and punch this thing
With my 10-foot reach?
with your 10 foot reach
Okay.
and stay 5 feet away.
Let's do that. I'll take a 5-foot step on the wall and punch at it with my stretchy arms.
hmm
Oh,
Who's the guy from Street Fighter that does that?
Dalgan, yep.
Well, that's no good.
Yoga fire.
That's a 9.
9. You know what though? Because it's denied its dex because it's on a wall
Ooh.
and it's climbing, it still doesn't hit.
6 more rounds until I fall.
All right.
But you'll do damage when you fall, right?
All your fists first.
Okay.
Yeah.
The skeleton continues to attempt to climb. Let's see how well it does. Oh, 16.
You just use them on the climb checks, Justin. That's fine.
16.
Roll them all
bad.
out. Roll
And then the
them
other
out.
one just continues to scratch at it. At a 16, it moves up
Do
sort
I
of
get an AOO as it climbs into my...
next to you. You probably would get an AOO because you're not climbing yourself. You're just
No, I'm just standing on
stuck
the
to the wall.
That's a natty 18.
Oh, that's definitely gonna hit.
There we go.
Max damage
Nice.
of 7 points.
Nice. With your fist?
Yeah, so I'm going to act like Luffy out of One Piece. Gum, bullet! And just punch it off the wall, hopefully.
And it punches, skeleton bones rain down over its companion, which is on the floor, leaving only one skeleton trying to scamper up the wall at this point.
I go.
Yep.
Okay.
Round 18.
I'm going to move up and take a 10-foot hit at this one. Come on. 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
6 points of damage.
As the bones fall to the floor. The threat of the skeletons is gone.
But there was someone that cast darkness.
Mm-hmm.
So
And didn't your amazing roll of 1 on your perception let you think that there was maybe somebody on the roof?
I'm not going to try and chase after someone at this stage.
Look, if I know anything about the darkness spell, it's not someone of a high level at all. You don't like
Here's
you,
an ideal opportunity to split the party. Is that not what we do?
you already have split the party.
I know.
I'm going to
Split
run
in half, but
Yeah, one of you's up. The rest of you are down.
Are we still around?
I'm on a whole nother
No,
plane
you,
right
you
now.
can come, if you choose so.
I'm
you
going to
can
come out
have
around.
a-
got hit so
I'm going to come
hard.
down and try and get to Flopsy and try and get, because I know he's got potions on him.
Okay.
I assume he has potions on him because he brews potions, is what I'm thinking. And see if I can find any potions on his body.
Mhm.
Do I need to make a perception check? Search you? Are you awake?
I'm not awake.
That's a 15 on a perception check to. Actually, no, because Tippy's not here. It's like a 13 on a perception check to look for a potion.
No, Tippy would have come back by now.
Okay,
Tippy
that's
knows
a
kind of where
15
you
on a
are.
perception check.
You'll know the kinds of potions that Flopsy has given out this morning to you guys. He doesn't have any of them left.
Shit. I go to Reggie and check for a potion for him. That's a 5.
Reggie, do you have any potions on you?
I do have a couple of potions on me, yeah.
Okay, so how many?
I have 2.
Percentile.
Okay, so you got 2 potions on you. Do they both look the same color?
Well, I don't fucking know what the colour they're supposed to be.
Are they both the same potion? Is
No,
what I'm
no.
asking. Okay, so you have 2 potions that are different. Let's say one's a green in color and the other one's a orange in color.
1 to 50, the green one.
Okay.
Hang on, hang on, no.
So you're just going to percentile this.
Yeah.
You're not even going to try and figure out what the potions are.
just go high or low.
Were any of the potions the potions that I gave you? Because they're quite...
No.
They'd be in different bottles, I'd guess.
Yeah, these are
Yep.
ones I've had for a while.
Okay,
Yeah.
so roll your percentile dice.
I got a 91.
A 91. You pick the orange potion, the second potion on your list, please, Reg.
Okay.
And you spend a full round action pouring it down. You jam it down his throat. You rub his neck like a border collie, and he drinks the entire potion.
So the second one on my list.
Yep.
So as you pour that down, you see Reggie's muscles expand and he bulks out like a motherfucker,
You
but is
Popeye.
still unconscious. Yeah. It's just giving me a can of spinach, basically. Yeah. Ding, ding. Yeah, full strength.
That's fantastic.
Oh, dear.
So
Oh, fucking
That's
James
fine. I don't
bull
think
strength.
I don't think I'd have ever used that potion, so it's fine.
all right, there's one more potion left, Miles.
I just had a better idea. I searched Reggie's
Anally.
body for the wand.
it's a suppository.
the battle lust upon me starting to wear off. I searched Reggie's body for the wand.
Okay, yes,
Do I have that?
I believe you do.
Okay, then I've got the one, right?
I find the wand
Yeah,
Did I have
and
that?
there
Cure
is
lights
a
on my
wand in the
spell list.
party.
There is a
right?
wand in the party. I
Cure
thought-
lights on my spell list.
Okay,
So I just use it on
all right,
Reggie.
roll it. It's a +1 because it comes from a wand.
It's 1d8, right?
1d8 +1. Yeah,
6 points of healing.
cool. Reggie, does that bring your eyes open?
Reggie's eyes snap open.
I
What the hell?
They're dead. Quick, we go check on Flopsy.
Where is he?
He's over there. He's been bleeding for a long time.
Did he just start with the dead? We've got to check on Flopsy.
They're dead.
They're dead, I think is what he
They're
said.
dead.
All right. So you move over to Flopsy.
Cool,
What are you going to do?
cool. I will do a heal check.
Mm-hmm.
Or will I? I'm still a bit bleary coming around from
Yeah,
my...
yeah.
Can I roll to aid?
And
You can roll to aid. So
Aid.
yeah, I
You
guess
Yeah.
so. Miles puts
13.
the stick that's in his hand on the floor and begins to help you to see how damaged if Flopsy's unconscious or not.
I gave you +2.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
that was 13 on the heal check.
Yeah, he's unconscious.
Lovely. Okay. Lovely.
Do you want the stick?
No. I will
I start scanning the area.
cast a
threat.
Cure Light. I think I've got one of those left. Yes. For 7 points of healing.
And Flopsy's eyes flutter open.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm glad I stabilized.
You hear the sound of a bell. Dung 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 dung
Shame,
dung. Getting
shame.
closer. Dung 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 through the alley. And you know, as I have mentioned before in last episode, the alley actually prevents some of the smog from coming in. So you can see a bit further, and you see a lantern through the light. And you can see men that come through with those big hook-beaked noses of the bone collectors. Remember the guy went off to go grab the bone collectors?
Mm.
They've finally come to pick up the dead body. And at this point, you can they start about their business and they ask you, all right, what's going on here?
Have any of you got some healing potions on you?
We got healing kits.
And then even as you're having this discussion, that globe of darkness goes punk and disappears after a couple of minutes of it being up and leaving just the small shaft of a hand crossbow bolt stuck really, really hard inside the cobblestones. If I have regrets about last episode, it's not letting Flopsy pick that up. But
Flopsy,
also,
go get it.
But also, yeah.
Oh, that's what you regret.
Yeah.
I've got a list.
Just hold off collecting the body.
We were going to check the perimeter for footprints and stuff, weren't we?
Yeah, can I have a little look?
Just
yeah,
stick a beak.
definitely.
We just keep the bone collectors out of the area for a while. We haven't finished
Right.
our investigation.
I might blow the whistle and call for them back up.
Okay, question for all of you: where were your thoughts? I know we've had a week. Like I know this has caused me some stress over this week to find out how these dice rolls were going to go. Look, Kyle, as much I thank you for this dice. Like it was a blessing in disguise.
It was.
Well, you watch now because every time you use it, you'd be rolling bloody 20s all the way.
Yeah.
So where were your thoughts
I've
coming
been
into
dirty
tonight?
with you all week.
Yeah.
I've been so dirty. I've been like, how have they been able to see us from that distance in the dark?
Mhm.
How's the dark vision? How? I have questions about a whole heap of stuff that I'm sure makes sense in the game. But me, the player, Brett, don't understand it.
Mhm.
I hate that. Flopsy certainly doesn't understand it. And he's going to want to get to the bottom of it.
I went through and listened to it twice,
Yes.
and I wrote down by episode things we did to try and map out best possible scenario to get out of it.
Never write down stuff. Like I've listened to this back. Mistakes were made.
Yeah, there was a lot of mistakes made. For
Mistakes were
example,
made.
I can't 2-weapon fight unarmed. That's not a thing.
Mate, I goaded you
that's
into
good
doing
flurry.
that too.
Yes, you did, and that cancelled my misfortune. So
Oh yeah, that was,
that was
intentional.
The thing. So yeah, there's a lot of things learned from this.
Yeah, and we're in the moment, and this is why we're called Fumble Through. We
Yeah.
fumble through all of this. We can't know stuff all the time. None of us have the microscopic knowledge of the rule book like Luke does.
Hashtag be more like Luke.
I did an assessment just on my character sheet, and I just looked at how many times I was conscious and then unconscious, and it was 6 times in 13 rounds.
And that plays into my thing where I've split myself across 3 different classes.
Ooh.
I didn't seem to know what to do in that moment. What I should have done was just charged into combat because I've got at least 2 fighting classes
Yep.
in those 3. And once the first healing attempt was done and dusted with you, just deal with the threat rather than keep trying to prop you up.
You also don't seem to know what to do when you level up, so you just start a new class.
No, I know what to do. There's a long game
Still
here.
got a whole heap
But
more
the
to
thing
go.
is, there's nobody else that does healing here, really. So I had to fill
Ooh.
that void.
Okay.
Not effectively, anyway.
I mean, we all have healing.
So the thing about this is that it's about dice. Like even listening back, when the dice aren't with you, as they're not with me often, you are.
Fuck off! It's not about dice. You shot me 7 times.
Look, can I
And
say
each round it was like I'm up, I'm down. I'm up, I'm down.
I am going to blame Lindsay for all of my mistakes because
Hashtag
when
blame
you
Lindsay.
have multiple skeletons doing 2 attacks and you have to re-roll every one of those attacks because you're misfortuned all the time, that's a lot of dice rolls. It's a lot of maths, and my brain short circuits after about 20 numbers. It's very bad.
I agree, Justin. You're not up to this. Game.
Yeah. Oh.
Have all the fancy dice you like, mate.
Actually, I've been reading a rule book. Flopsy has a heart attack. Just keels over dice.
What you don't know is tieflings
soon,
don't have
Justin, too
hearts.
The bone collectors immediately chop you up.
He's got bones.
Yeah, and render your fat into some kind of soup.
Soap or soup.
Yeah. So either way,
I-
I said soup, but it should have been soap.
If listeners go back and go, every time I say don't worry about it, that was me rolling a stabilized check.
Mm-hmm.
I think I said it like 8 times in that episode.
Shit.
I actually thought you were dead.
Crikey.
I thought you might have been dead.
I thought you might have been super dead. So you find yourselves in the alley. You've pushed the bone collectors back. They're waiting for you to give them the go ahead to deal with the dead body that is in the alleyway. Now, have we forgotten that there's a dead body in here?
No. She's got clay in her
had.
mouth and
Mm-hmm.
clay in her mouth. There were footprints.
Oh, yeah.
And footprints have been cleared away. We were going to check outside of an area because
And then the
footprints
bolt
have been
hit.
the footprints have been cleared close. Maybe we can find some footprints from further away. We can check the crossbow bolt for evidence
Yeah.
as well.
I think we need to call in some backup. I think we blow the whistle, call in some backup, cordon off the area because obviously they didn't want us to find his body.
They wouldn't have left it here if they didn't want us to
But
find
why
it.
would they attack us as we were finding it? They
They
obviously wanted, there was something here that they want.
I think they wanted us. They knew exactly how to defeat us. They knew dark vision would be our undoing. It was our undoing in the tapestry heist. It's our undoing here. I think they knew exactly what to do.
How do we deal with this darkness in the future?
Become a tiefling.
What about
Guys, I think I'm feeling really pumped. What's going on? I need to do something. Right. I'm going to run over here. I'll run over to the bolt.
Just smashing stuff against the wall.
Look, that bolt is very well stuck into the ground.
Oh,
Try and
I've
pull
got
it
it
out.
now. I've got it now. Right. Okay. Can I pull the bolt out?
Mhm.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I blow the whistle?
That is a 12 on strength check.
A 12 is not going to pull that bolt. It's found a unique place within 2 cobblestones and it is wedged in there
All right.
tight.
Can I give it a little wriggle? Can I get an
Mhm.
additional, like a bump up on that if I give it a wriggle on another go?
Yeah, go for another
I think
go.
Justin saying if you pull the bolt out of this, you become the king.
Oh, fucking no, that's worse.
I reach out with a stretchy arm. Oh, never mind.
How to go and snap the bolt off.
You snap the bolt off. Even while you're snapping the bolt off, you can see that where it's stuck in between the cobblestones, there's a little bit of gum that you can see. You think that somebody has put
glued
some type of alchemical item on the tip of this to make it stick to something.
What does it taste like?
Oh, your tongue stuck to it.
I'm stuck to the floor now, right?
Yeah.
My tongue's stuck to the floor.
Step right up. One
Is my
gold piece
tongue-
to get to the
tongue's a
halfling.
muscle as well, but bull strength. Does that mean my tongue's swollen up as well?
Yeah, it's
Nice.
huge. Yeah. Oh, you'd step right up. Park your bike.
One gold piece. 5
I'll
minutes for the
clench that-
halfling.
I'll clench that bike there. It won't go anywhere.
He's buckled 4 bikes so far. Yeah, a little bit of time goes by. The bone collectors are there. You search around the area. Are you doing anything in particular? Like, what are you looking for in particular? What
Footprints.
things?
Is there a ladder or a way up to the roof?
You've got your boots, or you can climb up. There's no kind
Okay,
of.
I'll use my boots. I've got 5 more rounds left.
Okay, yeah, it's only 2 rounds. Well, actually, you can double move to get up there.
Yeah, I'll look around on the roof for any signs of.
Lindsay, what do your elf eyes see?
I'm a human. Otherwise, I wouldn't have no problem with that
I thought
darkness
that was a
bubble.
great interjection of a Lord of the Rings quote there.
That's a 7.
Are you using Justin's dice?
You don't see a lot, Lindsay. It's very dark up here. Eventually, Tippy comes and sheds some light, but you don't see too much going on the roof. You do see that something has been disturbed up here. So where dust and dirt and stuff would lie, some of that has been scuffed. But that's all you can tell.
No tracks.
No tracks.
Okay, there's someone up here, but I can't see any tracks to see where they've come from. Come on, let's go get some health.
One of the bone collectors would have said to you, "I can heal you if you like." And he pulls open his little bag and he pulls out like a bone saw and like some apparatus. And he said, "Well, actually, better not do this here. It might take a little while. Perhaps I could escort you back to the precinct." And he looks at the other guys, and the other guys are like packing up the body by this point. You've done everything you need to do with that. And he's like, "If you need a bit of healing, I can stitch those wounds. You probably want to pull that arrow out."
Stitch wounds. Do you own a textile shop as well, by any chance?
He does have does have someone who sounds a lot like him.
Oh, he's got a specifically different voice.
Do you
You're
have
talking about my brother.
do you have a
My
stitching
father
wounds lounge?
disowned me.
There's a stitching wounds lounge.
Yeah, so he basically
Cool.
says he'll come back to the station with you and he can administer
Are you
some healing. It's not going to be a lot. Like
Wouldn't the
out
station
of
have
game. Out of game, if he does this, it takes about an hour for him to stitch your wounds. You'll only get about 5 hit points back, I think.
Take him at this point, though.
Yeah.
If he makes his healing check. Let's see.
Like,
hold on.
what time of the day is it?
Nope.
Oh.
Yep. And oh wait, I should do a third one. Kyle, I'm loving these dice. What drama. Oh,
Cocked.
it's so big it got cocked in my dice roller. Oh, That's a natural 8. No,
There's a phrase we hear all the time.
That needs to go on a T-shirt.
cocked in my dice
It's so big
roller.
it got cocked in my dice roller.
Little Reg, are you out of spells?
No.
'Cause I feel terrible.
As do I. How are you doing?
Not great.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Eventually, you get back to the precinct, and you're able to sit down a little bit, have a bit of a rest. You know, the everything's gone. The bone collector would have healed, but who would have gone second?
Flopsy didn't get back to the precinct fast.
No,
He got to back to the precinct one action at a time.
they would have held. Well, you can have 5 hit points back from the bone collector.
I'm going to do a cure light on Mars.
Yep.
5 points of healing.
Thank you.
All right. And while you're sitting there healing, the night sort of passes eventfully. By this point of the night, it's quite late. You know, you've signed in, you've written your reports, you've done everything that you need to do for the constabulary, and the doors open. A haggard and worn-looking Sergeant Thunderback walks into the precinct. His clothes are ruffled, and he looks like he hasn't slept in a bit of a
He's
day.
haggard and worn
In a
looking.
day or two. He slumps into his chair and he begins packing a pipe, looking at each one of you with just thunder back in his eyes. Every time you try to ask or if you try to interrupt him, he just holds his hand up. Don't talk to me yet. Until he lights his pipe, he pulls out a small little flask from his desk. He takes a swig of it. He passes it to one of you.
I'll take a drink.
Oh, it's a healing potion.
We all
Nice.
take a drink.
Yeah. He takes a little bit of a breath in and goes, "This has turned into a nightmare of political proportions involving the Black Ross Museum, the Watch, and now the Pathfinder Society. Best we just keep our heads above the water as hard as we can. Look, there's nothing you can do." What the fuck happened to you?
Well,
We're just trying to figure that out ourselves.
we got a report of a body. We went to investigate. And while we were there, we were attacked.
There were almost 4 bodies, not one.
What happened?
Well, we think they're the same people that attacked the tapestry because same tactics. They shot darkness down and then summoned skeletons on us and shot us with skeletons.
Undead with bows, would you have it? With bows.
I don't know how to respond to that. I don't know how he would respond to that. With bows, he seems so upset.
What, as in gift wrapped?
He kind of asks you, gets some details, asks if you've written your report. He reads your reports, and he says, "So it was glowing.
Yes, it was glowing. She had some clay in her mouth.
Clay in her mouth.
Removal of footprints, removal of evidence from the area.
Oh,
Big gashes, looked like a silvered weapon. She was protected against some kind of lycanthropic, which could lead to the claws, perhaps. Lycanthrope, perhaps. The Veil may be playing with lycanthropic creatures in the area.
I would think perhaps you should hang on to that for now, just to make sure that nothing untoward happens."
Sarge,
Yes.
was there any information from that prisoner we captured?
The prisoner.
Yeah.
Remind me which prisoner.
There was a guard when the tapestry was stolen that was knocked unconscious, and you took him away for
Oh, yes.
questioning.
Well, that prisoner doesn't seem to have yielded too much information. He talked about a cult with the image of a wolf paw.
Yes, that was the same image that was on the hilt of a sword or something, wasn't it?
They call themselves the Cult of the Wolf.
Very original.
That's all we could get out of him. He didn't really know much. He was hired on. He seems to be a lowly level of this cult, and they were told to come in here. He was one of their thugs. The idea was that they attacked. He was to stay behind until the tapestry was taken.
So he did all this, and all he knew was the name of the cult he was doing it for.
Well, he didn't know much more than that.
Could he tell us if Glowin was the one who took the tapestry or with that party?
He has no names that we've all the
Half-elf
names.
Lady who didn't speak very much?
All the names that he's given us have all turned into nothing.
Oh.
Apparently, they have the symbol of a wolf in an emblem, a wolf's paw.
Aldane also had that symbol.
Aldane.
Yes,
Ah,
on the weapon.
on the walking stick.
That's the one.
Yes, interesting. Anyway, go home, get some rest. tomorrow I need you to try and continue this this watchman's charade while I deal with the upper-ups.
Do you need any help with the upper-ups? I can, No, I can't help.
No, you can't, Flopsy. And with that, he kind of dismisses you for the evening, tells you to come back, report for duty tomorrow.
So we're going to be needing a pay raise if this
Oh,
keeps up.
yeah, hazard pay, something like that. If we're if every time we go out for
You need a fucking raise!
I mean, you're just tired and cranky. We almost died.
and well paid.
All right, as we walk out, I'll say to the person at the front desk, be careful, he's in a foul mood. He just chewed my ass out.
Slam! Yeah, and you head back to the barracks?
Cool.
Yep, I'm going straight to bed. Fuck this shit.
And you retire for the morning, sleeping through the day again, grumbling about the low pay that the lowly guard of the city watch gets. 5 GPs a week is
Did
not.
we get that today?
Is not. No.
When did we get paid?
I believe day after tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have any spells left or bursts left before the end of the night?
No, I was done then. I gave my last burst to myself.
Burst or touch?
Sorry,
Spell.
channel positive energy. Yeah, so that's a burst, right? So 6. You've
You
all
wait-
got 6.
You waited for me
Sorry.
to get outside.
Sheesh. Sorry, 6. You all get another 6. Fuck. Hey.
So all of the
Flopsy's all right then.
Yeah, full-
It's the difference
health?
between
All right, okay.
0 and
Yeah.
okay.
So you do what you can to heal yourselves up. You cast all your spells. You do a bit of healing upon each other, and you retire for the day. Waking up in the mid-afternoon, getting ready for another day of watch. Getting ready for this to go. Now, I've got a question for you guys. Where do you stand on what's happening? We've had 2 murders so far. There's a couple of clues. What can you tell me? What have you got pieced together? There's Virgil Aldane's murder. You've had the tapestry taken from you, and now you have Glewin's murder. What are you joining between these 3? Because it's fairly clear that they're
wolves.
So obviously we got the cult of the Aldane. We also have the connection between the Black Ross because Nigel Aldane is the one whose brother was killed, and he was also the one that gave the tapestry to the watch to look after. And that's pretty much the 2 connections I have between it, is that the cult of the wolf is involved in both, and Nigel Aldane is involved in both.
Can I just say, what's your intelligence modifier?
+3.
Okay, what's yours?
+4.
Yeah, so mine's +0.
Mhm.
So at the moment, I'm not figuring out much at all.
But
you and
wisdom.
Tippy are just having a
Yeah,
You may be wise enough to infer some things.
I might be. Yes,
Hmm.
you'd think I would be.
Brett, do you share the vision that Flopsy had when he was unconscious, not making his saves? Or do you keep that to yourself?
Flopsy's got to think on that for a little while. He's not sure what to make of that. He's
Mm-hmm.
not sure whether that was a Yog Sothoth vision or a vision of what, like he saw when he was traveling through a gate or a portal, or how it all connects up.
I think Miles, with the perception of 1, probably didn't realize that had anything to do with it either.
Does Flopsy seem a little unsettled to me?
He's a little out of sorts.
Yeah.
Okay, Flopsy, you okay?
Yeah. I spent a lot of time unconscious, and in one of those moments, I'm not sure which, I had a little vision.
Oh.
Something came upon me, and I'm not sure what it was. It felt like my ring.
It was touch and go a bit there, Flopsy. I mean, I healed you several times. I thought I'd lost you.
I thought you'd lost me too. It was very, very close. I'm not sure whether I had a vision of Yog Sothoth saying I wasn't worthy, or someone else saying I wasn't, but they were saying I wasn't worthy, referring to this ring though. So it made me think perhaps and mentioning Ralzaroth and Black Ross and Beldrin and
So was it, Flopsy, was it a thing that was going on externally from you thing, or did you just think it was your brain just playing tricks on you because you were in a bad way?
yes, I was in several bad ways, 8 times as I recall. I'm not sure what it was. It wasn't something that I manifested. It might have been a vision of the gods. It might have been something else. It might have been magic in this ring. I don't know.
Yog Sothoth. Sorry, is that how I say it? Yog Sothoth?
Be careful, boy.
He's your god
Yes.
that you worship, right?
Yes.
Could this be a religious item of another god, and that's why he thinks you're not worthy because you're wearing that?
Perhaps. I've not been able to ascertain the powers of this ring. It's more powerful than I could have imagined. So.
Are you all comfortable still wearing it? If
course.
if he thinks you're unworthy,
Yes, if it's a
it is
powerful
him.
item,
Okay.
I'm going to keep it. Of course.
I just wanted to
Power.
make sure if you think it's him saying that you're not unworthy, that you're not worthy. I think you're quite worthy.
If he says
Flopsy.
I'm not worthy, that means I must become worthy. It's just work to do. Work ahead. Can't do it while I'm unconscious.
Don't go running in like that again, please, Flopsy.
I ran behind you.
Did you?
Yes.
Anyway.
And got shot.
About this darkness stuff.
Yes.
What do you know about darkness?
You can see in darkness if you have a thing called dark vision. Now, that was obviously not greater darkness because I could see in it. The only way to counter darkness is with a spell of light that is greater than the darkness spell.
What about sunlight?
If you can cast daylight, that's a good spell, but sunlight, I don't know that spell.
No, I just saw in the shops there was these potions bottles of sunlight. I'm not sure if they're going to be powerful enough to.
I don't know what shop you did. Was it the Acme store?
It's the same place he got his little his tutor from. The conch shell. And that's cutting me own throat.
Look, we've left these bottles out here for days and days to capture all the sunlight they can.
Oh, don't go near the fart shelf. Last time I walked through there, I got pink eye. Look, the morning passes. You go through your evening rituals. You get ready, and we'll continue this next time.
What is that potion?
It's called bottled sunlight. As a standard action, this ornate rectangular jar can be vigorously shaken to cause its contents to mix and activate. Once shaken, the contents of this jar shed light as a sun rod in 6 hours.
Oh, it's just normal light. It's just a light spell.
Yeah, it's a glow stick in a bottle.
Oh,
It's the same as if you get like those light.
I just assumed sunlight would be powerful. But it sounds like a powerful
I
spell.
don't think that's going to kill a man.
Sunlight.
Take my bottle of sunlight.
It felt like my ring. Stop it.
I tried so hard.
I went from you rolling your eyes to Justin, who was barely controlled.
Something came upon me.
Oh,
my ring.
my ring.